Is Scott After Dark. Let's kick it off. Okay, we're going into bandwidth conservation mode here. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, it works. But anyway, we've kicked it off. It has been kicked off. So let's see here now. Shit. I've heard about so much AMC drama. And to be honest, I don't even know. I don't even know. Like Citadel, what was the last thing I heard? Citadel lost, insert billions of dollars here. And then Manuel pointed out, well, their 13F reports fewer billions of dollars of asset holdings on it, but that's not the same thing as losing. I mean, it's just such a bizarre fucking world that we find ourselves in relative to AMC and meme stocks in general. It's not just AMC, but certainly AMC is the worst. But as far as fanatical holders go, it seems like. Anyway, I mean, some of these things. Dark pool's getting shut off. All right, let's look at that. Dark pool's getting shut off. I know it's She'll Talk Daily, but whatever.
This is important. Check this out. Shout out to Charlotte. She said this.
Charlotte.
Stock exchange bastards have put in a request to the SEC to send our orders to dark pool starting August 22nd.
Oh boy.
It's on the SEC's website. This request must be denied by the SEC. This is by far the most crooked actions taken.
So this is literally like a game of telephone. Something comes out. It has the words, maybe dark pool, maybe August 22nd, maybe NYSE, maybe SEC. But that's about all the commonality. And then who did we hear talk about this? I don't know. We heard one of these grifters talk about this last week. And in the meantime, we went and looked. We looked it up. We read. Oh, it was of course, it was Al from Karachi Beach. It was Al. Al said, "Oh, these bastards! They're gonna route the orders to the dark pool on the exchange and blah 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 blah." Come to find out, it's a subtype of limit order, so it has to be specified. It's not like they, quote unquote, they are routing the orders to the dark pool where they hold them. They're being held. How long are my orders being held? Hashtag, by the way. How long? Can you tell me? No? That's even worse. You can't tell me if they're being held or how long they're being held. That's worse than telling me they're being held. Anyway, it's a game of telephone because none of these people have a clue. None. All the way along the line. And then, but a week later, here we are a week later. 1 week later, or roughly some number of days later, you get Charlotte. And Charlotte is the group expert, right? She's the group expert. Or a group expert. I guess this is Facebook here. Great. And by the way, it's not like we could probably get the last name if what a shitty job. Anyway, we get Charlotte, the group expert, saying NYSE bastards has put in a request to SEC to send our orders to dark pool. Really? Really? Sometimes, and this is probably going to sound snooty or whatever, but if people don't understand what they're reading, like I fully believe that 70 to 80% of these AMC shareholders are unable to interpret these types of documents. Consequently, these types of documents are all but impactless to these shareholders. So it doesn't matter, first of all, it doesn't matter, and they don't have any clue what it actually says or does, or if it's being proposed, or if it goes into effect. When does it go into effect? Is it now? Is it immediately? Is it when it goes on the Federal Register? Let's ask Charlie. Oh, well, let's not ask Charlie because he doesn't have a fucking clue either. You see what I mean? From the hedge funds. Very, very clearly. Okay. We'll try this here. I mean, this is getting stupid. I mean, it's always been stupid. But anyway, getting back to Charlotte here. I guess I'm gonna have to keep my eye on that now. Just another thing I gotta keep my eye on. And this. Dream flavored Coca-Cola. How about that? Okay. Anyway, no, these bastards have not put in a request to send the orders to dark pool starting on August 22nd. I mean, if you think that if this is by far the most crooked actions taken by these bastards, Charlotte, what the fuck are you doing in the stock market? What makes you think, if this were true, if this crooked action was the most crooked by far, why would you still be involved? Why would you be uttering their name? Why wouldn't you have run as far away as you could, not looked back, and just forgotten about the whole thing? Like, you think that, okay, yeah, these bastards are crooked. This is the most crooked thing ever. But we're going to beat them. I mean, give me a break. Get out of here.
By these bastards. Guys, they are trying to send even more orders to the dark pool.
No, they're not. Let's send you to the dark pool. Can we send him to the dark pool? I have too many things to look at here. So it's going to be rough. All right, man. Let's see. Omar, Manuel, Antoinette. This is an impromptu thing. I only have one screen on, and we just had DDoS attacks. Like, somebody was trying to shut us down. So we're doing the best we can here. What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this one, we're going to do a little bit of an AMC update. Now, there's a couple of really interesting things that we got.
We're going to do a little bit of an AMC update. Oh, it's such a departure from your normal course of events. What is wrong with him? What is wrong with this guy? Like, seriously, what the fuck is wrong? Anyway.
Gotta go over in this update here. We're going to be going over how AMC looks technically on the charts right now.
Looks technically like a piece of shit.
Following along with the 4-hour time frame, and we're going to do a little bit of an extension of
it looks like a stock that is about to drop like a fucking brick.
We've been talking about in those previous videos. We've been pretty spot on, and we're hoping to kind of continue on that streak. But again, we're just going to be looking at what the chart is telling us at this current time. We're going to be taking a little bit of a look into the ortex data.
The chart that's manipulated by Citadel and the rest of the hedge fucks, right?
To do it,
but that chart contains everything. You know, we can read it. We can predict it because it's a cycle.
Seeing some pretty
Use the clown face next time, not the devil face. Okay.
Looking pretty solid across the board. Now, again, this was an
you're Tony's little butt buddy, right?
Day across the board. Now,
you're Tony DeNaro's protege.
A video for you guys a little bit later this evening about what happened today.
D's nuts, I hear. Is his name?
With GameStop, is that right? AMC, a couple of these other stocks, and exactly how you could have gotten in actually a little bit early. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that video.
No, thanks. Oh, Ortex. Oh, Ortex, it's been so long. Let us adjourn ourselves to the house of Ortex. All right, here we go. All right, what do you got for us, Peter? Come on, Peter.
Live streams again, guys. If you're interested in coming and learning, want to take a going on with the short interest in this stock right now. So we've got about 17.57% estimated short interest here.
17? Oh my God, I didn't even know that was that low. 17? Well, I mean, 17.5% is the official cutoff of heavily shorted. So it's barely heavily shorted. I just made up that number, but you know, you could see that it makes sense. 1750, 1750, 17 and a half, 17 half.
Again, this is not the end-all be-all data. We are just looking at this as a bare baseline minimum.
Yeah, of course, because it's such a low number. Play down Ortex, it's a bare minimum, yeah, but if it's like 22%, then you got to hype it, right?
Kind of a very baseline level understanding.
How many times does he say very?
Of is this stock still shorted at the current time? And potentially
every fucking stock is shorted, okay? Every stock is shorted. That can be shorted, it's shorted. It doesn't mean that people hate it. Doesn't look at that face. Oh my God. It doesn't mean that people want the company to go away. I mean, I'm getting so sick of hearing people like Frank Muhammad, which, by the way, we're gonna focus on his video because it's like literally something that George Orwell cut out, like he removed from 1984 because it was so stupid. Like seriously, I can't believe. We'll get there though. But I'm so sick of hearing this shit like, oh, they want AMC to fail, they want you to fail, they want you to blah 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 blah. They think the stock is overvalued. Period. Which, I mean, newsflash, it kind of is. Did you see the earnings? But anyway, I can't forget. Dr. Zeno's watching me. Better be on my best behavior.
On the absolute low end. So we're seeing 17.57% estimated short interest here.
Cool.
We're seeing some interesting things.
So the short interest has gone down by like 2.5% over the last, month or something. And the price is up a little bit. But, you know, this isn't Moass. It's not Moass levels. I mean, I was here. I mean, I've been told that I will make $100,000 per share. So, like, you're talking about $24, $25. I mean, that's chump change. Who cares about that? So, if the short interest can go down, let's call it 2.5%. Let's call it 3%. I don't care. Let's call it 5%. If it can go down that much, and the price goes up $10, yeah. Moass is on its way, right?
Happen on the max cost to borrow. Again, the average is 9.04. But
so, in other words, it's basically free. They're basically giving these shares away, is what you're saying. Okay, got it.
Max is 67 today.
Jesus.
Now, again, one share could have gone out on loan at 67%. That is very possible. And you see the minimum here is 4.49%. So, again, pretty
less
wide
than nothing.
Range. But again, the average is going to be 9.04. We have 135.45 million shares on loan as well. And that's kind of what this short interest data is looking.
Wait, that's going to be nothing once this float gets doubled, right? 135 million shares. I mean, like it's some kind of magic number or some kind of something that people should think something about. What about when the float doubles? I guess maybe that will double then. Maybe it'll be 270. I don't know.
Right.
Who knows?
Now, I do want to go over this Citadel situation with you guys because I feel like this can confuse a lot of people, and there's really no
Well, why don't you enlighten us? Because you're smart.
Reason for a lot of this confusion. So, when we come over to Fintel here, we're going to be looking at the institutional ownership page. Again, we're looking at the 13F filing.
Oh my God, guys. This is no shit here. This is the first time I've ever seen Short the VIX show Fintel without cutting it off the screen. Look at this. You can see the whole screen. You can see the whole screen. Oh my God. Oh my God. What did he do? But go back off camera. Let's go back to the cropped Fintel, though. We don't need to see that.
the 13G/A filings specifically for...
Like, I know that I have a face for radio. That's why I'm not putting you through the agony of having to look at me, right? It doesn't matter. Who cares what I look like? You know, just listen to what the fuck I'm saying. His hair is too distracting. Like, I mean, I know I'm like 15 to 17 years older than this kid. I mean, what is up with that hair line?
Or BlackRock and Vanguard, and then the 13Fs for Citadel.
Oh, Scott, all you do is make fun of these guys. Oh, all you do. Scott, you're so dumb. You're so dumb. All you do is make fun of these guys. Who's that?
Oh, quarterly.
It's my...
In looking at this
impression,
right here, they have decreased their derivatives position, their puts by about 34%, their calls by about 34% as well. But what have they done with their share position? Well, they've increased their total share position in the AMC, as you guys can see right up here, by 656%. Now, I know a lot of you guys might be thinking right now, well, Citadel's short on AMC. How do they actually own shares long? What is going on here? Are they hiding them? What are they doing with this?
All that stuff right there was so fucking dumb. Like, anybody who would say any of those things, like, you've been in this play for a year and a half and you say that shit. Like, oh my God. Like, let's hear it again.
They've increased their total share position in the AMC, as you guys can see right up here, by 656%. Now, I know a lot of you guys might be thinking right now, well, Citadel's short on AMC. How do they actually own shares long? What is going on here? Are they hiding them? What are they doing with this? It's a very simple explanation, and we've gone over this many times.
How about at the end of the simple explanation that you don't know if Citadel is short AMC? Can we talk about that? You don't know that Citadel is short AMC. Do you? How do you know that? Where is it documented? It's not. So I'm sure he'll address that, though. He'll address that.
In my mind, me personally, I don't really care at all about Citadel, the hedge fund. I really don't. I care more about Citadel, the market maker, because if you've looked into and watched...
What? Okay, no. Yeah, like, wow. Okay. No, he's going to talk about his big old ape brain, right? If you've looked into it, if you've read if you know about the market structure. Okay, look. Well, let me go back. Let's hear what he was going to say.
In my mind,
maybe I put words in his mouth.
I don't really care at all about Citadel, the hedge fund. I really don't. I care more about Citadel, the market maker, because if you've looked into and watched a lot of our videos and done the research in the past, you have to think about who is actually not in charge, but actually capable of creating these naked short positions or these synthetics. And it's the market makers, not the...
Oh, another thing that's not documented at all, not substantiated at all. I mean, this is what happens when you repeat bullshit over and over. At some point you lose track of what's true and what's not true. What was a grift? What was a lie? I mean, I think he flows into this stuff so naturally. I think he just lumped it in months ago, last year sometime, because some of them used to, like Roensch Capital and Short the VIX did sometimes. They would give it a little bit of a caveat, like, well, some people say there's naked shorts or synthetic shares. Now, we don't exactly know, but we have, yada, yada, yada. Now it's just like, oh, well, Citadel is the one who has the power to make these naked shorts, synthetic shares. Clearly, they're the ones doing it. I don't care about some hedge fund. I care about Wizard. The Wizard of Palm Beach. Okay, Miami Beach, wherever the fuck it is, wherever, I don't know, Florida.
Hedge funds. So the two institutions, or the two kind of entities that are able to facilitate these naked shorting or synthetic short...
let me guess. Citadel and Virtu.
Positions are prime brokers and market makers. A lot of the time, the market makers are going to use that short exempt function in order to basically flood the market with supply if they are not able to take the other side of those trades. And
short exempt? You don't know what short exempt means, buddy. You have no clue. Oh my God, short exempt. Well, listen to this guy confused. Look at that fucking smiley, grifty face. That's enough of that shit. That's enough. That's enough. That's a foul.
BlackRock's amended, I believe it's the 13G or 13D form. That's going to be the
look it
one
up.
where
You're recording a video. You can pause it. You could go
these
back
things
and fix
highlighted in
it.
green here
Fuck
newly.
it. I think it's this. I think it's that. God, phoning it. These guys are phoning it in at this point. What the fuck? You know, Jesus Christ, they're fucking phoning it in. Okay, Tanko Native. Hello. David the Great. GME went up a few bucks and I cared because I have calls closed one day and it made me puke or made me money. Okay, that's good. Good. Tanko Native. It's time to buy puts on AMC before it begins to drop. Just don't, I don't tell people what to do. So, whatever. And it's just this, we're chatting here, but I would just caution people who are thinking about buying puts to mind the implied volatility. If possible, go as far out in time as you can afford to do, because the implied volatility is high. So once this thing starts to deflate, which it already is, once this thing starts to deflate more, you're going to see the implied volatility go down more. That's going to take premium out. And so that's how the market makers, or that's how the market makes money on puts that they've sold, even when the stock goes down. They still make money because because implied volatility is a real thing, and it does love to take advantage of retail investors who've bought long options, including long puts, which of course are a bearish position, but it's still long volatility, so it's going to vary. The price is going to vary with respect to Vega. So implied volatility is telling you how much. Vega is telling you how much premium will be added or lost with a 1% change in IV. So if your Vega is 5, implied volatility goes down from 100 to 99, you lost $5, just like that. So anyway, long story short, just be careful with the puts, especially on platforms like Robinhood. It's not really that easy to compare anything. And I'm running in a power saving mode right now and everything on my computer. So I don't have Thinkorswim open. But I guess maybe we could go here. Hold on. But I mean, you can't argue with the thesis though. Okay, you cannot argue with the it's time to short AMC thesis. Whether that means actually shorting it or buying puts, buying the right puts for the right time, so you can get around this IV thing somewhat, or more or less get around it if you go out further in time. So options that expire sooner are going to be more affected by implied volatility. You look at a visualization of this. These curves for implied volatility for shorter options, short dated options, will be very smiley. It'll look like a parabola, smiley face. If you look further out in time, it's going to be flatter. It's going to be like my face right now, like, ugh, after watching these grifters. So just something to think about, because I know people here have been IV crushed. I know it, because I have too. Look at that. Oh my. So this is, of course, the odd thing about the meme stocks. One of the odd things is that the volatility tends to kind of just be directly correlated to the price. It's like the price action is just sort of like the price action. It doesn't have anything behind it. So if the price goes up, implied volatility goes up with it because it's like, yeah, well, I guess we're going up. So I guess we're going into more uncertainty because, hey, it's probably not going to stay up here. Price is probably not going to stay up here. So that implies a bigger move. And then when the price comes down, it's like, well, okay, we're getting more comfortable with this price. There's less uncertainty about the price, so IV will come down. I mean, it's actually kind of funny, but here's where you're at. So now what you really want to look at is this IV percentile. This is telling you that 95% of the time in the last year, IV was lower than it is, and you can see that it's very high. So anyway, I'm just trying to give you a little bit of options, whatever, tips, tricks. But like I said, if you're talking about December, January, next summer, you don't have anything to worry about probably with that. And you're going to see that the IV that's quoted on those puts is going to be a lot lower probably than what you would see in the short term. So anyway, just a little bit on that. Let me see. No, I guess I can't. We can't really. Well, we can only see what we see here. But you can see that well, yeah. I mean, the implied volatility was higher, of course, last June. But anyway, it was actually higher at the end of March, too. Price was also higher. But beyond that, that's about it on implied volatility. So anyway, yeah. But the impulse is good, of course. Like, really only has one way to go. David says, puts on AMC post the drop of APE after AA retires in a couple of weeks. Last December, $8 call sold for $68, kind of expensive, but the other thing, and I'm not going to get into this. But you got to start looking into spreads instead of just buying naked calls and puts. Got like there's a time and a place, but for most things, spreads are going to actually probably do better for you. But anyway, debit spreads, credit spreads. It's not hard. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yes, of course, Jay. I'm going to look at AMC, and we're going to see what we're going to get into Wednesday. Okay. Here's why Bed Bath & Beyond and other meme stocks ran. Well, I got to hear that. I mean, anybody who knows.
Guys. All content discussed is due diligence gathered with aim at better understanding the nature of the current market in anticipation of the greatest squeeze in financial history. Let's dive in. First and foremost, we had GameStop, Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC and kohrs all run great today. Many have been wondering what exactly has led to this bull rally in all meme stocks, and looking at everything happening, I would have to pin it all on Bed Bath & Beyond. The company has an incredibly low float, high short interest, and compiled with the rising trend it's experiencing in forum pages like Wallstreet Bets, Twitter and YouTube, the stock price has resulted in the concentration of buyers, which has elevated the stock to where it is now.
Well, that's a bunch of gobbledygook. That's a bunch of gobbledygook to say it's a fucking momentum play. Jesus Christ.
Because the same shorting algorithms that press down on Bed Bath & Beyond are the same ones that press on other meme stocks, we also get to see the rest of the basket prop up.
Well, I don't like that statement either. The algorithms that press down. Excuse me? What? algorithms that press down. Okay, right.
I really don't get how people still argue that GameStop, AMC, or other meme stocks are not related when in the most significant runs, they all tend to react almost identical.
I haven't heard one person say that, especially not lately. They're not related? Yeah, they are related. They're related in many ways. But most fundamentally, they're related because they are failing companies. They are companies that have seen their best days in the past. That's the truth. I mean, it's nothing personal. I mean, and it doesn't even have to be qualitative. Look at the numbers. So that's the one way that they're all similar. That's probably the thing that caused them to become similar in the other ways, because, in other words, like retail investors, whatever, saving the companies. Well, you know, sometimes you got to put the dog down. But, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, was it a good thing that retail investors saved these? I don't know. I don't even, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, moving on.
Today, I want to talk about the Fed and the general delusion which dominates current market sentiment psychology.
Awesome.
The approach of the markets.
Oh, Antoinette, you're right. No, you're right. They ran because of Executive Order 14032. That's right. Or Manuel says Bed Bath & Beyond went up because Ryan Cohen bought way out of the money calls, but he bought a lot of them. So, moral of the story, if you want your stock to go up a lot, like Bed Bath & Beyond or more, you have to buy those way out of the money calls, but you got to buy a ton of them. That will make them hedge. That'll make them hedge those way out of the money calls. If you have enough of them, they will hedge, and it will go up like Bed Bath & Beyond. That is, of course, nonsense, but just have to, say
inherent in the investors who partake in it is deeply wrong.
No.
And because of their inability to...
This is about the meme stocks, right? What I'm about to say. It's about Bed Bath & Beyond. It's about GameStop. It's about AMC. You are not investing. That is not an investment. That is gambling. Straight up gambling. It's not trading. It's not investing. It's gambling. All of your DD is shit. All of the DD is nonsense. These things come. These things go. Whichever way the wind's blowing, whatever news is in out there, that's the catalyst. It's all nonsense. These companies, I'm sorry, meme stock investors, that is a total oxymoron. And I'm talking about the short squeeze hopers, the Moass hopers. That's not investing. It's not even trading. It's straight up gambling.
To reconsider their approach in bull thesis, consideration for objective truths and realities are being sidelined. There have been two significant time periods in American history where the
David, everything that you buy is from China, my friend. Everything you buy in a store, anything you buy at Home Depot, Lowe's, anywhere. Hell, Walmart. Okay. It's all from China. We don't make anything here anymore. So I appreciate, the patriotism. But it's not China military future takeover of America. That makes no sense. It really doesn't. It's corporate America in the 1970s and 80s and beyond selling out the middle class manufacturing base of our country. It happened from within. Make no mistake about that. It happened from within. Greed took over. Profit took over. And this corporate, quote unquote, corporate capitalist system that we have now, which is really an oligarchy, really started to set in. But, don't worry about China taking over our country. We already get everything from them. Without us, where are those countries? Where are those manufacturing countries going to sell their shit to? Think about it. Anyway, hopefully you didn't get meggled. Tanko says, even Italian tomato sauce is made in China. There you go, my friend. Bingo. And I'm not sitting here saying, I'm not really trying to pass any judgment on that. You know, that's the situation we find ourselves in. I'm not really trying to comment on whether it's a good thing, whether it's a bad thing. I'm just simply saying this is the way it is. Maybe that tomato sauce is delicious. I'm sure some of it is. Just be wary about the gutter oil or sewer oil that's probably in it. That's a whole other discussion. Look it up. But don't eat anything 30 minutes before. I'm simply saying this is what it is. Antoinette's got it right there. Yeah. So that's why, you know, by the way, PSA here. That's why these brokerages like Webull and Moomoo, and again, like, these people aren't investors and they're not traders, they're gamblers. They don't know enough about what they're doing to even realize, why would you use those? I mean, is it the free stocks? Is it really the free stocks? They got you with the free stocks. You know, like, I would never use a brokerage that can't even give me accurate price quotes without asking me to pay more. Oh, I'm sorry. You get 15-minute delayed quotes on your options unless you buy the real-time data package. Bullshit. You can go to a real brokerage, any of the top 3 or 4 major U.S. brokerages, and you can get an account. You can literally let that account sit unfunded, no money, no deposits in the account, 0 balance, and you can get free real-time fucking data. And on TD, you can even get it. You can even get futures data. Okay, I realize I'm going off topic here. So anyway, don't use Webull. Don't use Moomoo. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know. I have both of them. I checked them out. I'm saying this from experience. They suck. And if you're worried about the influence of, Southeastern Asian countries in our society, well, the apes are kind of like fucking the whole thing up because they all use Webull and they think that they're so much better than Robinhood. And, at least Robinhood is a Delaware company.
Fed's credibility to perform its task and carry away its goals have been questioned and put to the test. These 2 times were in 1930 and 1970, where we saw the Fed fail to adequately perform its tasks and duties. The result of such experiences were major economic pullbacks, which were reflected in the stock market as well.
What the fuck is he talking about? I mean, you need an economic to do. What are you talking about?
The question we are seeing economists ask now over and over are, can the Fed fight inflation and bring it back under control without cause a spill on the economy where we see a general pullback?
Obviously not.
Obviously, the only positive the Fed has is this recent CPI report to show for. Everything else suggests the Fed's approach.
Inflation is still at 40-year highs. Congratulations. It didn't get worse, but it's still really bad. Oh, wow. That's a real fucking win.
Is out of touch. The Fed miscalculated when they provided a forecast for inflation last year, and are now beginning to deal with the reality that growth is beginning to slow down. This is yet...
Oh, you think they made a mistake, huh? They made a mistake. Right. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Another hurdle in which the Fed will have to engineer their way out of somehow. In this channel, we talked plenty about the concept of stagflation, which typically results in a huge market dip and economic pullback. I have said multiple times that it feels like the economy is currently experiencing the effects of stagflation, and that there is much evidence to back up a credible conclusion that we are indeed facing one at the moment. Under the current leadership, the Federal Open Market Committee has lifted the federal funds rate from 0.25% to 2.5%. We now have experts say they expect fund rates to reach 4.4% by the end of 2023.
Oh, really?
But more careful analysis suggested by
What does the
Bloomberg
bond
sees
market
that
say?
estimate as being too generous, estimating the real number to be 5%. I cannot even stress to you guys just how serious and what a big deal this is. If funds rate reach 5%...
Yeah, it's so serious that, you know, we're still looking at the same stupid fucking car animation. All right. This is just so juvenile. It's so clueless. It's like pieced together macro gobbledygook. Squeeze is inevitable. Squeeze is inevitable.
Hey guys, it's Jackson.
Hey guys, it's Jacko. Fuck. Let's see. They give away the worst stocks. Webull is the only broker supporting scammy Hong Kong IPOs. Oh. Well, that makes sense now. Hey guys. Hey guys. I'm going to need you all to click the like button right now, okay? Click the like button. If you want the Moass to come. Oh, man. I've always wanted to say that. These guys say that all the time. Why can't I say it? Hey, if you like AMC, or if you hate AMC, if you have an opinion on AMC, hit the like button. Let's show some support for opinions on AMC. Okay. No, seriously, though, hit the like button. If you've been watching this for more than 5 minutes, and you're still here, and I haven't pissed you off too much to the point where you've left, you really need to hit the like button.
Another AMC stock update. Today is Tuesday, August 16th. Please hit the like button. Please smash that subscribe button. I love and appreciate you all. Today was the most eventful day in the meme stock world in a long time. So AMC stock was only up 2.48%, ending the regular trading hours at $24.81 per share on a volume of 72 million. So decent volume. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do not make investments based on what I say in my content. And the reason why I say it was eventful, because there were a lot of high short interest stocks running. Okay, so let's just take a look at today.
Notice that they didn't say squeezing. I haven't heard any. We've only seen a couple of these guys, but prediction based on what's been seen. You won't hear the word squeeze relative to these, to Bed Bath & Beyond and all this other, AMC, GameStop, relative to this week. They're not going to say it is squeezing. They're not going to say that. Why? Well, that's why you hit the like button, because you like it. Because I'm leading you right up to it. The business of AMC at this point. What AMC is, it's a YouTube topic. It is a Reddit. It is a subreddit. It's a collection of subreddits and the economy that surrounds those things. In other words, Jack doesn't want to say Bed Bath & Beyond was squeezing today. He doesn't want to say that because we all know that short squeezes or squeezes in general, they happen and then they're over with. And sometimes, it's kind of an intermittent thing, but it's very much like a phenomenon. It's either happening or it's not, right? Hasn't really been happening with AMC so much lately. Everybody's anticipating it. So they're not going, in other words, pardon the whatever. They're blowing off, they're shooting off their, shot. They don't want to shoot off their shot on something that's potentially not, or the squeeze. So it has to be the squeeze. So I'm just saying, I don't think you're going to hear anybody say that this stuff was squeezing or squoze or whatever, however they say it. They might talk about it in the future tense, or it will, But I don't think they're going to say that it did or it is.
From the 15-minute candlestick,
he already said running. We saw it running.
Perspective. So,
and I think that's stuff that they talk about at their weekly meetings. All these grifters, they get together. They have to. They get together on somebody's Discord. It probably rotates between the different Discords or something, or there's a secret one that they all belong to. This is something I would address at that meeting if I were part of their group. Hey guys, we got stocks likely going to hit some spikes this week. We're going to say that they're running, not that they're squeezing. Okay, everybody on board with that? All right, let's go.
Started out right here at about $24. Went up to this resistance at 25.42.
Don't care.
And then went up to
we know how to read a chart.
Everything else was perfect diagonal level of resistance to the top side. Check this out. This is a tweet that I just wrote right now. No matter what happens between YouTubers, Twitter clicks, name calling, trolls, cyberbullying, media's habitual liars, the AMC squeeze is inevitable. Once that share price goes, you'll realize how inconsequential everything else was. So I believe the AMC short squeeze is like a locomotive and nothing is going to stop it, okay? You can put anything in the way. It does not matter. It does not matter what this person...
Boy, that's a terrible analogy. Yeah, it's like two trains that are heading toward each other. And there certainly is something. There certainly are things that can stop a train. It's not pleasant, but yeah, honestly, the mangled mess, twisted, completely disfigured, catastrophic, total obliviation that results from a head-on train collision to fully loaded freight trains. Steam engines. That's probably a good analogy for what could be likely to happen when the Moass is not inevitable, or when people realize it's not inevitable, or people realize it's over, it hasn't happened, it's not going to happen. The problem right now is the economy is still in a very much a critical phase. The market is not reflecting that. Things are kind of out of whack still. So that's creating this optimism, this whatever environment where these stocks run, say it that way. And it's certainly not the end of the volatility in the market. You can look at 2000, the dot-com bubble. You can look at 2008, the great financial crisis. You can see moves like this all day long. These bear market rallies, very, very similar to what we're seeing now, percentage-wise and things like that. So, it's a fool's rally. Let me say it that way. It's a fool's rally, sucker's rally. But, of course, the meme stocks are running, so it's creating this, maybe the Moass can happen. Maybe we aren't in a completely non-conducive environment to causing this to happen. I mean, not to mention the fact that, last year it was retail investors did this. Retail investors colluded, and not in an illegal way, but retail investors came together and we caused this, and it was great. Well, this year, what's the explanation? Well, it's somebody else. Somebody else can do the buying. Wall Street, the hedge funds, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Somebody else can buy it. I don't have money to buy it.
Anyway. Says what this person does, what this company does, it doesn't matter. That's how I see it. Okay, now you have to have your own conviction, but That's just the way that I see it. I don't see anything getting in the way of this. I'm not putting a timeline on it. I'm not throwing out price targets at all. The price targets are for you guys, and my price targets are for me, right? That's how that works. Your money, your price targets, my money, my price targets. But I do believe ape dividend is gonna play a role in the squeeze. I'm not saying the squeeze is gonna happen next Monday. I'm not even saying it's gonna happen next week or anytime. But
why don't you say, I'm not saying it will happen? Why don't you man up and get rid of these stupid certainties, these false certainties? Because I've got it right in the description of this video, this stream. If it's obvious, it's obviously wrong. If it's obvious, it's obviously wrong. And that was said by the dude who invented on balance. Like, I didn't even say that. I found that quote, and I like it. I love it. And the apes love on balance volume. So, but anyway, if it's inevitable, it's inevitably wrong. How about that?
I do think ape dividend is going to play a huge role. And then check out this video from William Hetler. This is pretty cool, so I want to show you guys this. Check it out.
Okay. Wow, cute. Yes.
Moo, they do not total deposit one.
Oh
we got
God.
on was over 300 million.
All right, here
on the
we
day.
go. Bed
Was
Bath
up
and Beyond.
BBB.
Here we go.
Description below, and then check this out. Moo does not engage in payment for order flow. All right, so BBBY we got on the day. It was up much higher than it ended at. It was up like 60. No, it was up like.
Well, that's weird. Why would that be the case?
70%. I was live streaming it. Thank you to everyone that tuned in. But Bed Bath and Beyond,
Why?
it made major moves, and the volume was over 300 million on the day. There's only 79 million shares outstanding. So the volume was more than 3.5 times the total shares today alone. So I'll let you guys do the math on that. It's up even more in after hours.
Well, you just told us we don't have to do the math. You just said 3.5 times. No, you're going to let them make assumptions and come to some faulty inferences here. That's what you mean, Jack. You know, oh my God, it must be naked shorting. But hey, at least I was able to trade it and make money. Makes no sense. Doesn't matter. You can trade 60 times the float if it happens. People are buying and selling shares. So what? But, let you do the math on that.
8.81%. And then I want to point out that GME was running pretty much parallel with it. It lagged a little bit. GME's shot was more straight up. But then after that, they copied each other's moves pretty closely. BBIG made big moves. It was the first time it was trading in a couple weeks.
Wow.
AMC.
It's over. It's back. BBIG is back up over $1. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Boy, that's making moves. How many people are trapped in that motherfucker?
Made big moves.
Oh my
it
God.
was the first time it was trading in a couple weeks. And then AMC was the black sheep. So it wasn't moving like the other stocks. And I really don't care about that at all.
Robert trying to get some financial advice out of us here, looks like. Robert Gonzalez trying to get some financial advice. You're not going to get it, my friend. Not going to happen. I don't make recommendations. I don't care what you buy or what you sell. Only you can make those determinations. I don't know. That's just what I'm going with. I don't know. You got us confused with financial advisors. But I tell you what not to buy. But you probably already know that. Well, now what did I see here? Can't wait to see what happens with Ape. Antoinette says, well, we're going to have to start taking some bets on it, I think. We're going to have to figure that out. But, yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know if I can say that I can't wait to see what happens with it, but it will be interesting to see. I never traded BBIG, never once. I never did. I couldn't. I hate the ticker. Can't stand it. BBIG. I don't like it. Just don't like the name. And then I found out the actual name of the company, and it's like, all right, yeah, you guys are stupid.
It doesn't really worry me.
That stock's going to zero.
I think a lot of these stocks are still connected, and I think the same shorts are going to have to close their positions on a lot of them. That's just what I think. And then if you look at FinViz, so this is a stock screener. You can say all.
What do you think is making these stocks go up, Jack? Like, seriously. I mean, Short the VIX already told us the short interest of AMC is like 17.5%. So put 2 and 2 fucking together, bro. Oh yeah, the shorts are gonna have to close their positions. Pfft, what a clown.
All these parameters, and it shows you certain stocks. So Fubo made a run, SkyT, Kirk, Bed Bath & Beyond, Big Five, all these stocks, Veru, FaZe. Did I say Fubo? Yeah, I said Fubo. Upstart, so all these
Chef,
stocks, which I think
big, not BBIG, but it was just big right there. Yeah, Tattooed Chef. What was that? Weber Grill, GameStop, DNA.
All of these have over 20% reported short interest. They all made big green moves today. So I think shorts were down a lot, probably unrealized. Maybe some of them realized, of course, at this point. But bad day to be short. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see you.
Bad day to be short. Yeah, but it's going to be a good month to be short. Next couple months. Holy. Not even 20 seconds in. Do it again. Do it again.
Everybody, Jeff from Boston. Let's kick it off. So we had another lackluster day. Not a huge deal. Early this morning went up to like $26, $27. Not a surprise, but they're doing price suppression. I did, however, see this beautiful.
They're doing price suppression. Wow. That's right up there with you got dumb people going to college by Lou. I love it. I still love that. I'm gonna pull up on my other tab here and drag it over so we can look. Okay, here we go. So this is, here's my caveats with this. This is, God damn it. This is not doing what I want. Okay. This is one brokerage. It's by its number of orders, not the number of shares, yada, yada, yada. We know that. But it's just a simple sentiment indicator. It's all I'm using it as here. And just a general, like, where they're, let's just say that each order was one person. I don't know how many shares they sold or how many shares they bought, but, let's just call them, let's call these people orders. So, did more people buy or sell it? And that's not true either, because people trade, buy and sell. So that's one, I know. But just a rough guesstimation, because we don't know. It's so hard to piece this data together. Okay, that's the disclaimer. Where's AMC? Here's AMC. Oh, look at that. 2,800 sell orders versus 2,200 buy orders. So what does that mean? That means you have motherfuckers taking profit. Plain and simple. And I kind of got into Lou mindset here. Use that term. Silly little motherfuckers. But, but they're doing price suppression. Yeah. Who's suppressing the price? Well, retail investors. Clearly. I mean, what else is there to say? What I think is interesting on this chart here, or table, and it was a little bit more like clear earlier, but a lot of the meme stocks were sitting on higher buys than sells, and a lot of the like big tech names, not Tesla, but like Amazon, Apple, Amazon and Apple are still sitting this way. And some of the other ones are so it's kind of mixed now, but they were sitting with more sells than buys. So it's kind of like flipped from what I would expect. But anyway, it's kind of a mixture now. this is end of day, everything all said and done. But like Walmart, people took profits on Walmart. Home Depot, etc. here. So yeah, but I just wanted to actually verify, at least on this brokerage. And you know, a lot of people use Fidelity. It's one of the old school brokerages, like of the big four, big three, whatever. A lot of people retirements through that, etc. Through Fidelity. So it's a different class of investor, I think, than Webull and Mumu. Doesn't mean better, doesn't mean more, that this carries any more weight, but just have to be mindful that, okay, this is not necessarily a lot of FOMO YOLOs, probably some. But anyway, yeah, but they're suppressing the price.
Beautiful W that performed it this morning. That was nice to see, if you can see that right here. But price suppression as always, the usual routine. Fundamentally, we're still fine. Everything's good. The play's still good to go. Nothing's changed. Not really a whole heck of a lot to talk about. But the story of the day is not AMC. The story of the day is fucking BBY. Holy mackerel. Went from $16, $15, all the way up to like 27, I think $28 at one point. Then came down to $20. So a lot of you guys made a bunch of change. I'm thrilled for you guys. And a lot of other stock selling either one of these companies. Fundamentally, there are two very strong companies. AMC with the split dividend and the gray moves coming up. We're going to
see now. If you were actually if you actually own shares of this, it's my contention that you would allow comments on your videos. I mean, I would, because I would want to get different opinions about it. Now, Al is the authority, so we just need to get other opinions. But it just doesn't make sense. But I'm not selling either. Okay, don't sell them. Don't ever sell them.
To the moon. We're going to be going into great places with the fundamentals and
the places you'll go.
BBY on the other hand, today's big mover. There was no news, but they just took off, and I think this is to relieve buy pressure, and just pressure overall, just to keep things down a little bit and whatnot. But they had a great day. They had a great run. I know a lot of you guys made money. I saw the photos and the screen caps. Congratulations to all those who made money. But all the meme stocks ran except for AMC. Well, that was interesting. But whatever, it's not a big deal. That's all there is. There wasn't a heck of a lot of news. There was a lot of stuff going on in terms of BBY and all the other funds, but nothing really big. I've already talked about the Citadel thing. So that's it, guys. I don't have anything else to say. I hope you have a great rest of the day.
All right, good then. I want to do Frankie Muhammad's video, and then I want to look at this Tasty Trade video, AMC and Ape Stock Dividends Explained in 12 Minutes. Maybe by some people that actually know what they're talking about instead of these clowns. And then I got to go to bed. Hi, chat. Let's see. What hedge fund do you work for? Your mama. Kind of crazy how focused you are on AMC. Are there any other stocks you hate? Yeah, your mom. After 2 years of Moass, it's not about AMC, he says. Al invested because of the Moass, but stayed for the fundamentals. Right, exactly. Yep. Because, hey, Manny, Moass equals fundamentals now. And, Robert, you just better be lucky. Consider yourself lucky that Lynn's not here. I don't have time. But, anyway. No, I don't work for a hedge fund. I don't hate AMC. I don't care about AMC. I care about these lying ass grifters who are cashing in on selling a short squeeze to people who are incapable or unwilling or whatever. I'm not a psychologist, who refuse for whatever reason to consider any other viewpoints. And when somebody comes along and gives you a different viewpoint, it's, oh, you work for a hedge fund. Oh, you're a shill. Oh, you hate the stock. Oh, you're bashing the stock. No, it's just that your head has been filled with all this nonsense. That's the only thing that you think about. Because you're going to be so fucking rich, right? Okay, Robert Gonzalez is new here. So just, what I always tell, new viewers, people that are new to this phenomenon called looking at other viewpoints, just shut the fuck up. Listen, okay? Listen. If you think you have something to say, just sit on it, okay? Just listen. Just listen for once and think about what's being said. You don't have to like it, but if the only thing you can think of to say is what hedge fund do you work for, or you hate AMC, you should have just kept your mouth shut. Tanko says people would rather follow the lie than the truth. Well, isn't that the truth? And you know what? Along the same token of that, in a similar vein, let's say, it is easier by far to lie to people than to convince them that they've been lied to. It's easier to just fool people and feed them some bullshit by far than it is to convince people that they've been fed a bunch of nonsense. And let me tell you, this is that. Okay. Boy, I apologize for the poor quality connection, but I'm going to keep pushing. Okay. I'm going to get. Okay. Why don't I hear it? Oh, that's why. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to get through this quick because I could spend
Hey, what's up? This Frank.
an hour.
Let me say I'm not financial advice.
I could spend an hour on this video alone and not even talk about AMC itself. How about that? Okay.
Anything that I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Whatever I say in this video is my opinion. It may not necessarily be factual. Don't buy no stock because of none that I say in this video. The 1%ers that's involved in our short squeeze play, the hedge funds.
Thank you guys for still being there. God, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And the short sellers, their goal has always been to keep us confused, to keep us fighting, to keep us in fear, and to try to get us to sell out of our position early. That's all.
Okay. No. Their goal has always been to make money, plain and simple. Period.
Always been their goal. And they've used different things over the past year and a half to try to accomplish those goals. Right now, what they're using is the ape share. People panicking. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why people are panicking is because they're really not researching the play. They're not getting the proper information.
Oh, okay.
So what they're doing, man, they're being emotional because they don't have the facts when it comes to the short squeeze play. And my thing is, they listening to people or individuals that telling them to get out of the play.
Like Lou, talking about Lou.
Or giving them the.
That's the best advice Lou's given.
Impression that the play may be in danger, but the people that they listening to, they not giving them any proof, any evidence, any receipts, and they listening to them. You see what I'm saying? And really, what's going on? You got shields and you got hedge funds. They subjecting people to psychological warfare, but people don't know that they being subjected to psychological warfare.
Okay. Let me spell it out.
Skills, and you got hedge funds. They subjecting people to psychological warfare, but people don't know that they being subjected to psychological warfare.
The psychological warfare that I see is coming from the shills. Yeah, we can call them shills. The social media influencers who have been preaching the Moass gospel for the better part of 2 years now. Okay, telling you that the squeeze is coming, the squeeze is around the corner. If you sell now, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Okay, that's psychological warfare. That's manipulation. That's manipulative. It's scoundrelous. It's just despicable. But the apes don't realize that they have been manipulated. Not by Wall Street, not by hedge funds, not by Citadel, not by Ken Griffin, not by the stock market, but by their own influencers, by their own leaders, by people like Trey Collins. I'm going to take a step back from streaming, AMC. I don't want to say things and not mean them. AMC starts running up. Oh, hey guys, I'm back. I'm going to stream today. I'm going to make 4 videos today. Got to cash in. Got to cash in on the AMC fair weather bull. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. AMC's in a shit down trend sideways. Trey's like, oh God, I hate my life. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to step back from YouTube. Sentiment changes. He's there every day. Because he's there to make money. He's there to make money. They're all there to make money. So when I see Frankie saying this stuff, it's a sad irony because he is so brainwashed. Either he's brainwashed or he's serving to brainwash people. But either way, it's garbage. It's total garbage. This is what happens when you believe a narrative. What's happened? A narrative was sold. A narrative was spun and sold, and it was consumed, and they're holding on to this narrative like they're holding on to their AMC shares. But he's saying that it's the hedge funds and the shills from Wall Street and yada, yada, yada. It's more fundamental than that.
And you get these shills and hedge funds, they playing with people's emotion. So,
playing with people's emotions. Yeah, I mean, we've all seen how the grifters, how the AMC YouTubers do that. We've all seen that. Been over it many times on this channel, example after example after example.
I look at it. We've been working on this short squeeze play for a whole year and a half. It's a short squeeze play that has the potential to bring life-changing wealth. It has the potential to be a multi-trillion-dollar short squeeze play.
Okay, so you're just going to regurgitate the narrative. So listen to me. I can regurgitate the narrative. Don't listen to anyone else or these other people that are saying different stuff because they're not informed. And they're just trying to do psychological warfare. I'm sorry, Frank. I'm really sorry. I hate to point this out to you. But telling people that all you have to do is hold this stock and you can get life-changing generational wealth. That's playing with people's fucking emotions, okay? It very much is. Very much is. So, good God.
So I'm like, if you're going to come to me and you're going to ask me to get out of this play, and you're going to ask me to get into other plays, you're going to have some strong evidence and some strong facts to give to me in order to push me out of the play.
Well, why didn't you ask for that strong evidence and those strong facts when you got into the play? I mean, I understand wanting strong evidence and strong facts for anything. That's being evidence-based. But why does that not apply to AMC itself? Why does that not apply to the Moass? Where are the facts? Where's the strong evidence? Oh, just go Reddit. Go read it on Reddit. All the DDs there. Yeah, that DD is shit. That DD has more holes in it. Then, you know, it's not good. It doesn't hold up. So that's more of a funny ironic. Like, okay, right, I get it. You want evidence. But why didn't you want evidence before?
I need some receipts. This can't just be based on trust me, bro. We put too much work in this short squeeze play.
Too much work? What doing what? Work. Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, short interest still high. They still got billions of synthetic shares that they got to cover.
No receipt needed for that, though. No receipts needed for that. God damn it.
Ain't nothing changed as far as the short squeeze play, as far as I'm concerned. So why would I leave just because we have somebody in the play that's being emotional and they upset? Why would I leave? You see what I'm saying?
Being a little bitch.
So, man, like I'm saying, I think a lot of people, man, they just don't understand the facts when it comes to this short squeeze play.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people being emotional. And let me tell you something. What we're doing in this short squeeze play is affecting hedge funds and short sellers. I was on Reddit and I was just reading.
Oh,
they said Citadel in Q2, they lost $94 billion.
Well, guess what, Frank? That's not correct. You're wrong. They didn't lose that much money. Oh, my God. So, when it comes to the ladder of veracity, the ladder of truth, you got trust me, bro, right at the bottom. One step above that, one rung above that on the ladder, you've got, well, I was reading on Reddit. So that's essentially a trust me, bro. Okay? So, no.
So, man, it was in the 13F filing. So, my thing is, man, hedge funds, they in fear.
I mean, so you don't know what a 13F filing tells you then. It doesn't tell, it's not a profit and loss statement, my friend. It's not. So, yeah, they probably trimmed positions. That doesn't mean they lost money on them. These people are going to be rich, though. Holy shit.
And they're in trouble. And think about it. Why is it that hedge funds and shields, they have been trying desperately, relentlessly, to try to get us to sell our shares before the ape share drop? What do they know, man, that we don't know? They've been trying their best to get us to sell our shares. And as far as Aron, man, trying to destroy the short squeeze or prevent us from having our Moass, man, I don't believe it. That's just me. That's just my personal feelings. Why would he want to work? Why would he want to work with hedge funds? And these guys wanted to destroy AMC.
No.
You know.
No, I don't know, Frank, because that's wrong. That's stupid. Yeah, they want to destroy AMC. Mm-hmm. They want to destroy AMC. No, they wanted to make fucking money. And they did. There was a great fucking thesis, okay? And it probably still is now for different reasons, potentially. But destroy, everything's so black and white with these people. Oh, yeah, you either and it's false black and white because one side of their equation is AMC goes to the moon. It goes to $1 million per share. The other side of the equation is AMC goes bankrupt and ceases to exist. So those are the choices. You can either go to the moon or you can go to the ground. Well, that's not. Those aren't the only two choices. But ironically, AMC going to the moon would probably mean AMC going into the ground. Because what's going to happen after a short squeeze? The stock is going to collapse. It's not good for a company. It's not necessarily good fundamentally for a company. So is it about AMC? Is it about ape greed? Is it about punishing short sellers that we perceive to be evil? Is it about changing the market? Well, whatever. you know, as long as I get paid, as long as I get paid.
They still trying to destroy AMC. They would love nothing more, man, than
the apes are still trying to destroy AMC by causing a massive short squeeze that would ultimately deflate the stock's market capitalization. Yes, I agree. You are trying to destroy
AMC to go out of business right now and to go bankrupt. So I'm like, man,
why would they go bankrupt right now? Like, that's not going to be caused by a short seller. Do you understand? Like, this is such a misunderstanding of everything. Fractal wrongness.
You try to work with them. So, man, I don't believe that he's working with hedge funds. Now, what I do believe is that when he make decisions, because these guys got lawyers, you know, with the whole legal thing,
I think,
man, he has to be strategic with how he move and how he make decisions because, like I said, they got lawyers. And not only that, man, in my opinion, we're dealing with gangsters. So when you're dealing with these type of people, you just can't move no any kind of way. But, man, they say that wealth goes from the impatient to the patient. When it comes to our short squeeze play, I'm going to be one of the ones, man, that's patient. I'm going to get this wealth. You see what I'm saying? FUD that somebody going to be able to put out there to make me get out of this short squeeze play. Simply because of the fact that we put too much work in. And I'm done with the play when I see shorts cover. Until shorts cover, for me, is buying.
Well, put your fucking glasses on, Frank. Put your fucking glasses on. You might actually see it. Actually learn how to... when you see shorts cover, because it's not a single short is covered, right?
Holding, and I repeat that. I'm going to stay around for the grand finale. I want to see the fireworks. Thank you for taking time out to watch the video. Have a nice day.
I want to see the fireworks. Well, you better take some of that strike. Strike up. All right, here we go. Last video.
AMC dividend.
This is what we're doing today, huh?
Yep. It's an interesting situation. I put it in quotes there just because.
Okay. Let me get, these guys deserve better quality than this. I have 720. What is wrong with the world when jackasses like AMC grifters have 4K video and Tasty Trade only has 720? Okay. Let's see. Why is Trey's doing lives and then he deletes them? Why is Trey deleting his lives? Probably because they can't be monetized due to copyright strikes. Aron has special judiciary responsibilities, according to Trey. Oh, what? Frankie is looking the most ignorant, Antoinette says. Yeah, I have to agree with that. I mean, that video was just, like, that sums up the ignorance. Like, you know, Dunning-Kruger, just false confidence based on confirmation bias and all these things. It's really a cautionary tale. Like, I can't wait. Well, we're not going to see his meltdown, I'm sure. We'll probably see some of it. But that boy, let's just fantasize just a quick moment about watching these meltdowns that are coming. It's going to be, you know, it'll all be worth it. That'll be our Moass. All right.
I don't really see this as a dividend. It's an interesting way to characterize it, but it is a notable event nonetheless. So on the earnings call for AMC, they announced this preferred equity dividend for all shareholders of AMC stock. So all holders as of this coming Friday, August 19th, at the close, you will be issued APE shares. The following Monday, you'll be trading those on, well, it happens on Friday, you'll be trading it on Monday. So you'll get one APE share per one AMC share owned. So if you have 100 shares of AMC, you'll open Monday with 100 shares of AMC and 100 shares of APE,
Yay.
the preferred equity share. So APE and AMC will largely have the same rights. So this is kind of why I don't consider this a dividend. They're basically the same product, the same kind of common shares, but at different notional values, and we'll kind of get into that here. So each share of APE will have voting rights and the rights to receive any cash or securities in the future. That would imply, making profits to pay out dividends. But if that does ever happen, they will be paid out in the same fashion that AMC holders will. They'll also get to vote in any shareholder, proposals that come up, namely the potential to convert APE into AMC at some point in the future. So that is something that could potentially happen here. AMC and APE value post distribution will be 95% and 5%. So you'll have 95% of the value of AMC holdings in the AMC stock post distribution, 5% going into APE. So it's almost like a split in the sense that the two products combined are going to equal AMC Entertainment, the company market cap.
That's so dumb.
So this isn't a cash distribution. I put dividend in here too because you are not getting any cash in hand. You are getting, and I'll give a value breakdown of this on the next slide. And we've also got the OCC memo and the shareholder memo as well from AMC on the slide. So you'll have those as well. So this isn't a cash dividend. There's no cash value on this until or if you sell those shares, right? So it's literally just kind of a change in the makeup of the AMC company value. Okay, so there's no added intrinsic value. You aren't getting, shares, cash, and APE. It's just two different shares that you'll now hold that are notionally equivalent to the same shares right now. So AMC and APE will trade independently of each other post-split or post-distribution, post-dividend, whatever we're going to call this, and are not tied together as a package. So you're not, buying 100 shares of AMC post this distribution is not going to include APE. They're separately traded products. It's kind of similar to like Google share prices.
Yeah. Very interesting, unique situation that's happening here.
Yeah. So it is a very interesting one. So current AMC options will move to non-standard after the distribution. So as we've talked about before with a lot of splits, there is kind of a liquidity drain there. So liquidity will likely roll into the new post-distribution options. So those, I imagine, will come very quickly within a couple days. I put a couple days here. It's probably more likely to be the next day. So Tuesday, they will probably have shares or options available for the post-split AMC. But those current options, if you have, leaps or September options or anything past the end of this week, those options are going to be non-standard, and they're going to, you're going to have wider bid-ask spreads. You're going to have less liquidity. It's going to be based on the price of AMC and APE together moving forward, right? So with the way this breaks up, you have sort of a different risk profile in the sense that you're looking at two different products that are going to move independently of each other, but the value together is going to factor into your options. So it's something to consider. What I would say is that if you're looking to get
oh my God. I guess I never really thought about the options implications of this. My head just kind of exploded. Holy shit. That is ridiculous. I can tell you right now. I'm probably not going to be going anywhere near AMC options because these fixing to get... Wow.
Get into an AMC position, it might be best to just wait until those new options come. If you're looking for something longer term or whatever, it might be better suited to kind of just wait for this event to pass, as the non-standards will definitely be less liquid. The other point that I will make here is that if you're on Monday or Tuesday, whenever the new post-split options come, if you are looking at like calendarized spreads or trying to trade post AMC against pre AMC options, the non-standard options, there won't be an arb there. I mean, those options are going to trade at different values, so there is no free money trade in that sort of in that position. You can't, buy post AMC calls and sell pre-AM distribution AMC calls against it at the same strike for a credit, and it's free money. It's not going to be there. There's difference in that price just due to the split. Ape shares, those will not likely have are not likely to have options. Very, very unlikely to have options in the initial opening, and that's going to be due to just like below market cap, as well as just the liquidity and the low price of the underlying. So you're not likely to have options there. Potentially in the future, if there is interest, I'm sure they will bring about those options here. So here's a example of the value breakdown of AMC and Ape post distribution, right? So if we're looking at, let's just say AMC is at $25 on the dot on the close on Friday, on August 19th, which is Friday. On Monday, you would have one share. So on Friday, you'd have one share of AMC at $25. You'd multiply that by 95%. And the remaining value is going to be Ape, right? So on Monday, you would come in, you'd have one share of AMC.
Hi, Lynn. Welcome. You're catching us right at the end, but glad you're here. We're getting a professional explanation of the AMC and Ape stock dividends by Tasty Trade. So I think this pretty much this makes a lot more sense as far as the value rather than the 50-50 thing, 95.5, and that is in the memo, I guess. Anyway, let's continue. Hi, Lynn. Welcome.
At $23.75, and you'd have one share of Ape at $1.25. Net to the total is going to equal $25 to close on Friday. Of course, there's movement pre-market in the morning.
But that's right here. Anyway, let's
you don't believe
finish
me
this shit out.
On what I'm talking about, you can check out the OCC memo here. That's straight from the top, so there shouldn't be any questions there. If you have questions on how these options will be priced, this will give you an idea there. So I also posted the AMC notice as well. So here's what went out on Q2 earnings when they released the 8K and kind of set this all up. I'll link all this in the archives once we archive it on the tastytrade.com side. I'll ape into posting these links as well, and I'll put my blog post there with a little bit more info that I put out yesterday. But here's the breakdown of the difference between the common stock and the new preferred equity units. It's a fancy way to say new stock, but that'll be going into effect on Monday, so just be prepared for that. There's probably going to be some craziness leading up to that and probably shortly after that.
I love it. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're tuning in, all the slides that we create for Options Trading Concepts Live are archived along with the segment on the tastytrade.com website. So if you want to review this, you can download these about 30 minutes, 40 minutes after this segment ends at noon.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And so I see some questions on AMC, and I'll just get to those before we get into the rest of the questions.
Okay.
But first one, what happens if you're short AMC on Friday? So you'll have short Ape shares as well. It's all getting split in the same fashion. Is there and then this next question, so if there's a 25 AMC option right now, it will become 23.75 option post dividend. So the post dividend price of the value of your option is going to incorporate AMC and Ape. So it's still going to be a 25 strike option, but you're looking at it in the combined value of AMC and APE.
Yep. Yeah, it's really just have an understanding of what's happening. There's no free lunch here. It's just a reorganization really of AMC.
That is a good way to put it. It is definitely more like a reorganization. And again, there's no ARB that you can do with the post-split options versus the non-standard options because they're trading on different prices.
Yeah.
And if it comes back, it comes back. If not, I'll see you next time. Here we go. Okay, it came back. Of course it came back. All right. Roll another blunt. What the hell are they saying on AMC stock? Besides FUD Destroyer. Okay. Is anyone else basing their future off of AMC? Moass. I've been watching this stock every day for almost 2 years. I've never seen movement like today. All it's doing is boosting my confidence that the end is near. Confirmation bias. Not even trying to be disguised. BlackRock loses 1 trillion. Citadel loses 94 billion, and now Susquehanna with 174 billion. Hey SEC, where's the funny video showing them how not to lose money and invest properly? Well, because that's not market value, prior market value, sold out of 1942 stocks. They sold them all for a 100% loss then in their minds. Wow, these people are so ignorant. Holy shit. You know what they did? They created the most cold-blooded, capable charts and candle analyst. I don't even want to know what that fuckery knowing generation of retail traders ever. So know this, each one of you PP and that went in here coming out of this with a skin thicker than a crocodile. The stock market will never be the same thanks to all of us. Okay, grandiose narcissism on display, not even trying to be disguised. There's some unusual movement in AMC lately. Doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah, so unusual. What a grand chart that is. Fucking weeble. Ortex guy shilling it up. Ortex guy here with your 816 closing Ortex update. Short interest creeping down as shares on loan, seeing a lot of unused ammo returned. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Unused ammo. What an idiot. Utilization. Hedges reporting $1 trillion worth of losses, not to mention those already closed down. We are winning. Wow. Wow. Only $8 in my bank account. The bills are paid and I've prepped my groceries till next check, still with a smile on my face, knowing hedgies are fucked. It's fucking annoying. The shorts never covered. They continue to short more these past few weeks, and yet AMC keeps pushing higher. Even though your own Ortex shill right here in the data, I'd be willing to bet, yeah, return shares, 7 million. So, yeah, those are covered shares, but whatever. The shorts never covered. They never covered. After Moass, and we should change Wall Street to Ape Street, as the apes have changed the criminal market. Wow, that's a good one. Ape Street. Holy fuck. Ape Street and the new and improved Wall Street with transparency and no Ponzi schemes. My God, are you kidding me? Moon or zero, remember that? Yeah, that's the way to gamble right there. It's not a coincidence that some meme stocks started running. Today's crime update. Oh, today's crime update. Yes, off exchange because you buy it on Webull. The more I hear about Ape, the more I get excited about 822. I just hear more news that A did another checkmate with the hedge funds when setting up Ape. Ape is set up as a 0T system. What the hell does that mean? Meaning you have to own Ape shares before you can trade it. What? So market makers or brokers can just can give you an IOU. They have to have it first before selling it to you. Once you purchase an Ape, it doesn't take 3T days to settle in your account. Hedge fund now cannot just lend out Ape. What the fuck? 3T? It's T plus, it's 2T, and they're not selling it to you. It's being issued from the, wow. I don't even want anybody else to. Ortex is tainted. The apes are tainted. Do they really think any hedge fund is worried about them? And yeah, I mean, Lynn's right. Yes, they do. They do. They think that Citadel has lost all this money, even though, I mean, we could pull up the article, but it says that Citadel's had a hell of a year, like, in a positive sense. I mean, they don't even understand that, you know, selling out a position is not taking a loss on a. I mean, it's just, you can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. This is. I'm just reporting what is being said. You know. So, you know, Isaac's entertained. You're entertained with the stupidity of your own group. Essentially. 94 billion loss just this week. Yeah, exactly. Just this week. I mean, imagine what it is for the year to date. Holy shit. I mean, how are they still in business? Clearly, the Fed's propping them up. Clearly. Where the fuck do they magically find these millions of shares every day? Well, if you don't understand how the system works, if you don't realize that shorts have been covering every day, you might be inclined to ask something like this, but, you know, come on. T plus 2. So I'm guessing on Monday people were buying the shit out of AMC to get the Ape stock. Should we expect those orders to go through tomorrow? What? Basic shit. Moass inevitable. Congratulations to Citadel for posting a $94 billion loss in Q2. Yeah. 13F doesn't not tell you P&L. It's not a P&L report. Furthermore, Citadel's not publicly traded, so you get their disclosures when they give them. 13F is SEC stuff. The reason for the coordinated push of the Bath stock, Ken went from. Okay, yeah, you figured out what Ken's doing. The edge of creation. Nope. Anyone else get this weird feeling this won't happen? All right. That's enough. No Tony D's Nuts video. No. I don't know. So long. It's Gary Gensler's fault for not stopping the ape corruption, right? Something like that. proof Wall Street is scared of ape. Give me a fucking break. God. I mean, Wall Street's afraid of everything, according to AMC apes. You mean Marantz. Marantz rants. Is there a specific? Okay, you got the time code in here for me. Okay, all right. I don't know why I even questioned it or doubted it.
Shares are what they're going to buy. They're not going to buy the ape unit. They're just going to go buy more shares. They're going to be like, you know what? Who cares? Because if I get enough shares, I can turn those ape units into said shares. And now we just dilute the whole goddamn thing, 1.5 billion. I know it doesn't make sense to some people because you got people like Tony D's Nuts, a.k.a. Tony De Niro, out here parading around his damn sister-in-law for clicks and views just to keep people agitated. People in
who that was. I was going to ask you guys if you knew who Alex. I think Alex. Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
People to look the other way. He's over here making money off it. The whole world's making money off of it. I don't care if it's Lou, Matt, Trey, all the same. Everyone's afraid to say this shit out loud. I'm not. I have.
Whoa, partner. Come on now. Okay. You may not be aware of us here, but we've been here saying this shit longer than you have. I mean, it's not a competition, but just be careful with those superlatives. Because, you know, yeah, I mean, I know he probably doesn't have any clue who we are, but in any case, yeah.
Lose. Plenty to gain. Promise you. And what's to gain? Knowledge and information, not people, not selling shit on the side of when it comes to this play. You apes out there, so-called apes, your shit is about to get cut in half, and you think because you get to sell off half of it, it's worth something.
Well, that's not strictly speaking true, but yeah. I have my own problems with this guy. I mean, you know, there's obviously a lot of overlap in the fact that, you know, we're both AMC bashers. We both hate AMC, right? But that's a joke. Okay. I don't hate AMC. But you know, anyway, also, what was the other thing that he said? Oh, he was talking about merchandise and stuff like that. Even Boss Blunts sells merchandise. Now, figure that one out for me. Boss Blunts, the most confident of all of these idiots. Boss Blunts sells coffee mugs and shirts and baby shirts and hats. Couldn't you just give them away if you're going to be so fucking rich? Couldn't you just give them away? Why do you need to sell them? Anyway, and it's, you know, Tanko, it's you know, I think you were here before that dude was, but it's not about that. But I mean, it's like now it's so funny because when I started the second channel after my first one was deleted at the end of last year, the tone was so different. Like the landscape. When I started this channel the first time last July 2021, it was very, very, I mean, I can't say nobody because there were a couple people, but essentially, we were in no man's land with this stuff, you know, and just trying to like, hey, what are they saying? What are the facts? How can we reconcile these things? Whatever. And I mean, you know, it was a slow go. People weren't interested in hearing that. I mean, obviously some people were. Lynn was from the beginning. Scott fucking Allen's wrench. She was, but that was because of my mouth, my cussy mouth. But so I got to keep, you know, I got to keep her hooked. So I got to throw that in once in a while. But when I was deleted and then came back towards the beginning of this year, it was like, because I went back to work in October, and so like October to December was like I wasn't really doing a lot, and I wasn't paying attention to a lot of stocks in general. And then when I started making videos again around like Christmas break, around the beginning of the year, I was like, wow, okay, actually there's the reception's a little different. The tone is a little different. There's other people there's like comments and comments. It was clear that people were starting to question things. Anyway, yeah, it was me and Stocktopus, and I don't know what happened to him. But I think he got mad because I overtook him in subscribers or something. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, baby shirts. I'm not kidding. And if I were going to set up a store, which I've thought of doing, I would have baby shirts for sure. Why not? Sippy cups for the apes. All right. Well, we can play a little bit more of this.
If all these guys, I saw is it Kenan Grace? This fucking idiot, bow tie motherfucker. Let me tell you about him. Okay, and I excuse my language. I really do care. Not really. He goes, hey, excuse me, fam, as he holds up his cell phone, right? Look, this is him right here. I swear to God, if you're looking on YouTube, this is him. Hey, yo, fam, check this out. So right here on my app, on my Webull account, this is what's going to happen, okay, y'all? Check it out. I'm going to get that ape, and I'm going to hold it. All right, I'm not going to let it go, because you know what? When I invested what I'm not willing to lose, what I'm willing to lose. So I'm willing to lose it all. I'm going to ride it to the ground, because that's how we invest, fam. All right, fam? So we're ready to lose everything. It's all good, because that's how we're going to get it. Scare money, don't make no money. Put some apes in the chat.
He does a safe space for AMC is a GameStop believer. Okay? Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that takes the cake, and you're wrong about a lot of the shit that you just said too. So, sorry, no. But I take it for what it is. Understand, that it is what it is. Anyway, have a good night, guys, and I'll see you soon. Hopefully, next time we can get away from some of these goddamn network problems. Come on, Moass, so I can get rid of my dial-up. If you are one of the 13, I think, people that are 14 viewing this stream, hit the like button. I'm gonna borrow something from my brother, Shart the Vix. It costs you nothing to hit the like button. It might cost you your dignity and your sense of decency, but that's priceless. Whatever. Hit the like button if you can. If you can do it. If you can't do it, I understand. But if you've been watching this video for more than 5 minutes and you don't hate me already, it's a sign that you should hit the like button, maybe. Right? That's how it's supposed to work. But anyway, good night, all. Manny, thank you, sir. Lynn, not squozed yet. Chuck, Antoinette was there. Tanko Native, Omar, Isaac. See, I mentioned the haters too. It doesn't matter to me. Engagement is engagement, y'all. So, hey, bring it on. Robert Gonzalez, David. Didn't see Model 3 Dude. Didn't see Chris, but I did see Still Paints. Still painting. So, Still Paints is still painting. That was a while ago. Tanko Native, I appreciate that, my friend. I do appreciate that. You are certainly making a niche for yourself in this too, so that's nice to see. Always look forward to your stuff as well. Keep doing it, man. Let's see. I think that's it. Antoinette, Just trying to, show the appreciation. Anyway, appreciate it. So, good night. See ya.